Good morning, everybody. This
Good
hangout on air
morning.
is live. Good morning, Missy Jen.
Morning, Rosie girl.
It is Saturday, February 10th, 2018, here on the Rancho. 1 week until well, this time next week, we will probably be somewhere across the Nevada
Saturday,
landscape
February
of
10th,
Nevada there. So let me mute
2018,
this side
here
chat
on the Rancho.
here.
1 week until.
There we go. And good morning to all of you. And yeah, I'm starting to get a little tingle of excitement about our travels coming up. It's been a long time since we've been on a hell of a road trip, hasn't it, Missy Jen? Since we
Yeah,
moved you to California,
yeah,
eh?
that was a big trip, and we're gonna have a even bigger trip. That's gonna be like 4 times as big.
All right. Listening to that one with no comments, and you just go live. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I have the comments turned off on the other. I don't think there's anything to comment about, right? I
Right.
mean, it was our message to Camper Van Elvis, plain and simple. I'm not thinking the comments are hi Susie, nice to see you. It's
Good
just plain
morning,
and simple.
Susie.
It's our video statement there. Nice to see you, Phil, as per usual
Nice to
on
see
here.
you, Phil.
So I'm getting a tingle of excitement about the trip because one thing that's very rewarding, besides seeing friends along the way, is Jen catching up with family and other people that you haven't seen for years and stuff. So,
Yes.
and it's going to be great. Even though my dad was out here last May, remember he came, then
Yep.
it'll be good to see him over there. So that's exciting. No, I don't think I'll get nasty feedback on that video. I mean, that's kind of from the heart. It makes sense to people what I'm saying. So we love you, Susie. We love you. Always, I guess it's the Spanish in me. I always look dark here. And Missy Jen's the Norwegian ice queen. Anyway, last night we made. Good morning, Kevin Chambers. Nice to see you, and thanks for
Good
being
morning,
along.
Kevin.
We had quite a crew on last night as we made a luscious Canadian maple cream pie with pecans, roasted, toasted, sugared, and salted pecans on the top of that, and using real Canadian maple on there. So Phil says they don't listen, though they do. They just read the title. Actually, they'll watch that all the way through to the end. I guarantee you. The ASPCA. Hey, Ski, we
Good
wants the
morning,
money back from
Maxine.
the bike rider. Good morning, Maxine. Woo, we're counting the days. It's gonna be about 10 days till we see Maxine. Thank you, Susie. Yeah, this is my traveling wig. Hey, Nick, how are you? Nice to see you. Love you too. Be nice, Skiwi. Be
Good
nice, huh?
morning, Nick.
Be nice.
Skiwi, if you are behaving like a 2-year-old, I will ignore you. Just so that you understand that. I will put you in your diapers and lay you back into your cradle and you will go to sleep.
Oh,
Woo!
Skiwi. What would YouTube be without Skiwi? I'll tell you that. Skiwi rides with nobody. Skiwi's like that lone freak in the old west. It just the random guy that just came in, just shot people for no purpose
Yeah.
at all, just for the heck of it. But the pie turned out great last night. We used real. Hello, Yankin Chains. Nice to see you. We used real Canadian maple syrup in here. This is not treacle. This is not high fructose corn syrup, uh, golden griddle, Aunt Jemima, log cabin. This is the real. I've had that. I've had that a while. Yeah, Jen, wait to dive into that pile. I've had that
That's
maple
right,
syrup
Kevin.
a while, and unless you've ever had real maple syrup, it's quite an experience. It's not. I didn't use enough to be overpowering, but enough that you get the note of the maple syrup on there. So we're going to give that a try there. Yeah, Jen's waiting to dive into the pie. What we also did, I had some pecans left over. I uh, broke up the pecans and then toasted them, sugared them a bit, salted them, and then folded that into the crust while making the crust and then save some for the top of it, as you see there, for putting them on top of the pie. So it would be elegant. Now, if you wanted to go the extra step, thank you, Yankin. If you wanted to go the extra step, You could actually take some heavy whipping cream, whip that, and make a whipped topping, or get Cool Whip and something like that on top of it. And man, that would just really boost it to the next level there. Yeah, quit teasing her. So we'll just take a couple minutes, just a few more things I want to talk about. I don't know who donated to the ASPCA. I know I did, so I'm hoping that others did last night too. It was our first real charitable outreach to animal protection. Uh, American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, and that was actually founded in 1866. Hey, Don Juan, good to see you, honey.
Hello, Don.
That was actually founded in 18. Thank you, Susie. Yeah, this will be my traveling do here. So when we're on the road. So, yeah. So founded in 1866. That's a real long time for a charitable organization, Missy Jen. 1866 to be founded. So way back then. I don't know what the stimulus was of that. Yeah, that's it, Maxine. I don't know what the stimulus was for the founding of that, but it must have been something traumatic that this person witnessed that founded this organization. Maybe a mistreatment of horses or something. I don't know. Maybe beasts of burden or something that were just terribly treated. And that's the only thing I can think of that would have. Usually something happens in people's lives. Out of the blue, they don't just do something. It's like people that decide to step up and fight cancer. Usually people that have been touched by
that
cancer.
disease. They will.
Hi, Diane. Nice to see you, beautiful. So I'm imagining something very traumatic happened. Does the ASPCA support Elvis behavior with that? I doubt that, Skiwi. I think the ASPCA would torch the van. Carl, nice to see you. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Carl, did you get a lot of snow in Ohio there? Did you get snow? My friend Carl, my brother in electronics. Yeah, people can be so evil. Yeah, I think sometimes, especially back in the old days, I think people took that statement in the Bible that man was given dominion over the beasts of the fields and things. And I think people just think that some people just believe that you could do anything that you want to do. And one of the real measures of humanity, I believe, is your ability to, even though you could easily dominate and make another being's life miserable on earth, that you are a human being and you dedicate yourself to making that animal's life. You can still be useful, but you make it have a nice life, you know, Mr. Jen. Welfare. Yeah, dignity. And that's the real
mark. Animal dignity.
That's what really separates us from the animals, is our ability to, yeah, we could inflict a lot of pain and a lot of suffering, a lot of punishment, but we rise above because we do have the ability to reason and do have compassion and do have hearts. The living things deserve a place. So, hey, Jack Thompson, nice to see you.
Hello, Lisa and Jack.
Yeah, I think you are too, Maxine. I congratulate you for that, dropping that CD.
It's just like I always see a lot of times they use cattle prods to move cattle, and I mean I grew up part of my life in a farm, and we never used such thing. You know,
I know
we walked amongst the cattle and we touched them gently with our hands and just patted them on the back, and they moved. We talked to them, and
we're a little upset. Hi, Joshy. Nice to see you, sweetie. We're a little upset because
hi, Josh.
The dogs next door, Domino and Millie Vanilli, now wear shock collars, and I know Missy Jen is, as I am, we're pretty upset about the shock collars. Hey, Ram Supercharged. Nice to see you, Kenny Guy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we did a video about Elvis. You know, just basically friendship it's also pay it back too. It's not just pay it forward in life. It's pay it back. So negative behavior cannot be rewarded. I mean, you have to reward people for standing up for you and being a friend, and you have to exhibit change and change in a positive way. So that's all we're doing. We're not throwing it. We're just saying we're not going to stand by and reward negative behavior, because only out of tough love and stuff like that real change occurs. So Let's see what else we want to say. So the ASPCA, if you haven't made a donation and you feel like dropping $5, $10, a one-time little gift in honor of the ASPCA, go back to last night's video on making the maple cream pie, Canadian maple cream pie. The link is there, and just give them $5, $10, and just basically tell them you support your mission. They have a box down below. If you don't want to be on mailing lists and you don't want to have newsletters and all that, you can just uncheck those boxes and they will respect that down there. And I appreciate that. I don't like, with the things I'm doing now with turning the corner to, and it actually feels a lot better to us to donate to charitable organizations than to waste our time and money on YouTube causes. But the result is our mailbox will be overflowing with crap.
With letters and stuff, yeah. But that's okay.
I mean, it's going to be like, who in the hell is this out there doing? The mailman's going to be like, oh, what a nightmare, Somebody got on a charity mailing list. So it's I don't know, but anyway, it's a place thing. Hey,
Smoothie.
Nice to see you. Happy Saturday to you. I hope everything is going well for you in Arkansas there.
Yeah, Susie, they have not been over that's now 15 days they have not been over anymore. I did not have the heart to let them come over because
they get shocked back. So
I had Domino over one day and he got shocked, and it was like scary for me to witness that.
You were actually petting him and you could have been shocked.
I had not ever seen anything like that before, so it
was a total turn off. So now we just keep the gate closed and just hope that they stay over there so they don't have to be
right. They don't have to be zapped.
Have to be shocked and all that.
I occasionally give them treats to the gate, to the bottom of the gate in the morning, and
yeah, I mean dogs want to be loved. Thank you, Joseph, and they want to be affectionate and stuff. And I guess I don't know. It's safe for them to just be on the other side over there, on the other side of the fence, and that's okay. Hi, Shit Show. Nice to see you. Good morning, Joey D in the house. Thank you. Yeah, the pie turned out great. Hey, Cheshire. Thank you, Cheshire. Jesse Cat.
Hi, Jesse
Thank you,
Cat.
sweetie. Oh, well, yeah, I can change that. It's snowing like what in upstate New York. Yeah, I don't know, too, Susie. Jen has a much lower threshold of disappointment than I do. I'm used to disappointment in animals. I mean, we'll read stories in the newspaper. People leave their horses unfed and they're just skin and bones. And we do have some local rescue groups here that take in donkeys and mules and things that have reached the end of the line. Yeah. So.
Well, I do want to have a talk with the neighbor lady when I get the chance to see her. They've been having, she's got, the husband had surgery and the daughter's had some major issues with health, so they got a lot going on. So
yeah, and I feel like they bring these dogs in to be watchdogs for the property, and that's fine. I mean, that's fine. So we're going to contribute to having them continue to be watchdogs by not encouraging them to come over to the property here, because it's just not worth it.
Right.
It's fun for Georgie, but Georgie will survive and it'll be fine. Yeah. Lisa says, I have 2 rescue dogs. That's great. Every dog we've ever had, and I'm going way back in my life, has been either from a pound or a rescue. Jen rescued Mandy. Mandy was being abused in the neighborhood. Mandy was ditched 10 miles outside of where Jen lives, and that dog found its way all the way back on its own from the Truman Lake reservoirs all the way back to.
She was dropped off out by the cliffs.
By the cliffs, and found its way all the way back to Jen's home, and Jen stood up to that.
Took her 4 days. Took her 4 days, and she found her way. 7 miles away. She found her way to our house. She had stayed about a week at our house as a puppy. And somehow she found her way to our house. She sat on our front porch one morning, and we were like, what's she doing here? And,
you know, George, the abuser, wanted George back, and Jen's like, oh, hell no, you'll have to take him at gunpoint.
yeah.
You know, that'll be it. You're not going to. Can you imagine torturing a dog as tiny as George?
Yeah, it's like this lady had him, and she took in an husband that was an alcoholic and that was abusing him, and I was about to kick his ass, and I said, you know what? George was actually coming over to our place, and so he stayed overnight, and I just told her, I said, you know, he's not coming over there no more. Bottom line.
And that's the way it is. I mean, Jen just will take the dog, and that's it. And the dog is hers. And bottom line, that's the end of the show. Yeah, Diane said both of my dad's dogs are rescued, and they are purebred. Yeah, I don't have anything against purebreds. I don't have anything against people that take dogs out of kennels and stuff. I just think there's always something pretty cool about a mutt. You know, that you would think that they don't have the best genes, but actually a lot of times they do have the best genetic makeup, because nature keeps breeding forward, and breeding in different varieties and things actually makes I think a more intelligent I think a more fun and intelligent dog. We had Wolfie here. I had Wolfie for a lot of years. Wolfie was a Malamute Shepherd mix, and he was a good boy. Jen always laughs. She thinks a big old Wolfie around. Wolfie had George's head in his mouth out there. You know?
Wolfie was awesome. I had the pleasure of almost 4 months of Wolfie, and yeah, Wolfie was fun.
Yeah, that's Diane said both of her dad's dogs were found wandering the streets of Thousand Oaks. So anyway, it was good to reach out and do that little support. So anybody that contribute or anybody goes over there, drops $5 or $10 on that link from last night's baking hangout, I'm sure the ASPCA would appreciate it. If you want to give yourself a pat on the back, you can put in the description box a donation that you made. Not mandatory, but it's kind of nice. It's like if you don't give yourself a pat on the back and you don't listen, it's like, why would you have telethons and have a tote board and have people coming forward and giving donations? Of course, it helps encourage other people to give, and it also shows the totality of strength in numbers that people exhibit when they want to do something. I'm going to take the pie in now, and I'm going to cut Missy Jen a slice of that. I'm going to get her set up first with some hardware here, and we'll be all set. I'm going to get myself a cup of coffee. So Missy Jen, take over while I get this going.
So Lisa says, in Georgia, if you find a pet and don't return it, and you feed it for 7 days, the pet is legally yours if you want it. That's cool. Hey, Ozzy! Oi, 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 oi!
Ozzy!
Mate! How the hell are ya?
Man, it's been great since Ozzy's been on the work
release
program.
It's 3 in the morning. You have a good night, mate.
All right, Ozzy.
Get some sleep.
Get some sleep, Ozzy.
Get some sleep, brother. Thank you for stopping by.
We love Ozzy.
Yeah, Ozzy is awesome.
Tell Ozzy we love him.
We love you, Ozzy.
Ozzy's the best of the best, brother.
Yeah, Ozzy is fun.
I guess I'll cut it in here.
So, okay, and Diane said, no, my parents adopted them at Petco. Nobody claimed them. Hi, Jeffrey Lebowski.
Yeah, the great Lebowski in the house today.
He says, I'm jealous of the sweet treat you're about to eat. Well, I'm not quite sure what the treat's gonna be tasting. But so it'll be a nice surprise. And Ozzy says, love you girls. Work release. Laugh out loud. They will never take me alive. Be safe, Aussie. We love ya.
Yeah, all these hiding out in the outback.
And Susie, check your messages. I sent you some. A good morning.
Okay, so that's the first slice there. You can see how beautifully that sliced. It's a beautiful cream pie, and it is topped with a bit of maple syrup all across the top of it, and it has a couple tablespoons of maple syrup within the actual cream itself. In there, the actual, it's not a custard because custards are baked. This is a cream. So there we go, Missy Jen. I'll give that to you.
Did you upload the foodie video?
Not yet. From yesterday?
Yeah.
It's uploaded, but I have to do a little more writing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we did. It's not up yet, but we did have a really interesting Friday night foodie experience yesterday. It was we found a truly a gem in the Italian food restaurant chain in town. Yeah.
Jen, you can go ahead and start digging in on that. I'm gonna get myself a cup of coffee. And you're looking at for the notes of maple in that maple syrup.
Yes, you can definitely taste the maple flavor. What I always really like is the bottom crust is always nice and solid, crunchy. And the cream is really nice and creamy.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, it's very delicious. Mm. Yeah, you really can taste that nice hint of maple. It's not too overpowering, it's just a slight hint of it, and then you have that nice cream and then that crunchy.
Yeah, maple's one of those flavors that's incredibly intense. It's like clove. It'll just overpower everything if you let it. Hey, no donation required. Nice to see you. Go ahead and try a bit of that. Yeah, if you're gonna bake a pie, you got to get that bottom crust really baked. So it's often good to sit that on the bottom of the oven floor, right on the floor of the oven, for about 10 minutes when you first go to blind bake that shell. Definitely get the maple.
Yeah.
In that, and it has the pecans too in the crust, and that helps to really set off the maple, the cream and maple flavor in that. Mm. Sorry, Phil. Phil is too much. Yeah. Mm. That's delicious.
This is delicious, yeah.
This is really delicious.
You take a bite, you cannot stop eating.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just, I make a lot of cakes, I make a lot of pies, but my personal preference is if I had to choose one in life to make, it would always be pies. because I think you can be so creative with pies because you can do so many different things with it. Yeah, get yourself some real maple syrup, 5 egg yolks, 2 cups of half and half, a quarter cup of cornstarch, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. Heat that all up on the stove with a half a cup of sugar. Yeah, Smooth says report is scam. I say it's store bought. One of the things I hope to do in Florida is I hope to look maybe to park model around the Tampa Clearwater area too. Yeah, real maple syrup's the best on pancakes too. The problem is real maple syrup is really expensive. Right. And you don't see it, you know, it's a very small little container. We're so used to high fructose corn syrup, log cabins, the Aunt Jemima's, the Golden Griddle. It's all the same stuff, just with genuine imitation flavorings in there. It's the same stuff. So
most of the time, I don't even put syrup on the pancakes. I just put
the butter, much appreciated.
Melted butter on, and then that's it.
That video is from the heart today because, well, it kind of speaks for itself. That's much appreciated, GF. Thank you. We don't expect any reward, but yeah, positive behavior should be rewarded, not negative behavior. I never saw Missy Jen as out of sorts as she was yesterday at that video that was evidently uploaded tonight. And I told Jen, what did I tell you?
It was it was an outtake of I guess a night he had a hangout he did at night, and then he did take it down, but
people capture everything.
People capture everything, and they took the section out, and it was distributed over multiple channels.
I just can't watch it. I told Jen I didn't watch it. She got it checked. I said, I'm not going to watch. I don't watch that stuff. I'm not.
It was, to me, very disturbing.
I can't stand that stuff. I hate it.
So. It was just really life-changing.
Okay. Diane said Trader Joe's has, yeah, we're enjoying ourselves too much. Diane said Trader Joe's has medium container of Canadian maple syrup. Real maple syrup on Belgian waffles. I can imagine that. I mean, it's amazing how much, like in France, Missy Jen, I don't even know if high fructose corn syrup is legal to sell in stores over there.
I don't know. All I know is when you go to Belgium and you have the authentic Belgian waffles with whipped cream, oh, you don't need no maple syrup. Just have that whipped cream melt into the waffle and just eat that.
Lisa said, have you ever tried making something that diabetics could try to make? Now, that's a really good, let me put some R&D on that, because this is really going to be the last baking until mid-March, and then the baking ends at the end of April. But till next season, the teeny weeny midnight baking. But that's a really good suggestion. What could we make that would fire up, that would be really great for diabetics to try? So that's a really good suggestion. Yeah. I'm going to look into that, because a lot of stuff that are diabetic desserts, they taste like crap and people complain about it. Diane, I think we're going to be down in the LA area in May now, it looks like. And in October, we're going to be down in San Diego this year. And I think Tara will be coming up here in July. That's great, Diane. Diane says, I beat diabetes by losing 30 pounds. That's excellent. Phil said you can buy those Belgian waffles in a shop called Iceland's in the UK. Also, Tesco have them. Very rich. I can only eat 2. Yeah, this is for me. Do you want another slice, or do you want a little bit
Yeah.
more? Okay.
I wouldn't mind another.
For me, I can't tolerate a lot of rich. I can eat some rich foods and not a ton of.
Let's see. Joe says try a tofu pie. It's diabetic.
Is he joking or is he real?
I think he's for real saying that. Hi, Sister Earth.
What, we got Sister Earth in there?
Yeah.
Oh, she was so funny. What did she say the other night that Bergs is a, hi, Sister Earth? She cracked me up. She said, Bergs is a deadhead. I'm like, all right, you know, because you see Sister Earth, her Grateful Dead thing there. Sister Earth is like, all right, Bergs is a deadhead. Woo! I'm sure the Bergs, yeah, I think the Bergs will be around tonight. Okay, Joe said it's for real. Okay, Joey D said that's for real. It's tofu pie, so we'll look at that. Yeah, Diane, we're gonna have a good time. LA will be fine in May. There ain't no problem with LA. He's a handful, Sister Earth. Yeah, he is a handful. Not many people in the not many people on YouTube consistently speak in the third person. Hey, the Berg stood up for you. Hey, the Berg did. the Berg did. Hey, the Bergs is a stand-up guy. Yeah, so it's all part of the color and fabric. Lady T, how is the ice cream? Actually, it is it's a cream pie. Let me see. Let me see something. Let me see if this is Lady T from.
Yeah, this should be.
Yeah, how are you? Isn't this Lady T who was
yeah, no,
ill?
hospital.
Yeah, how are you feeling? My goodness, we got the notification. We posted on your Facebook. Is that you, Teresa? We were awful worried about you. I want to see if that's the Teresa. Both my parents have diabetes, so I was genetically predisposed. I was shocked with the diagnosis 2 years ago. 20 pounds off, reversed it. That's great, Diane. That's excellent. Okay, Lady T. Yeah, we posted on your Facebook page there. Your sister had put that up. Man, that was scary. Hi, Debbie Lynn. Nice to see you, sweetie. That was spooky. You hate to get those messages on Facebook and stuff like that, you know, Jen?
Yeah.
Well, that was something. We hope that you're okay. I can't watch when he's on. Yeah, I'll be ducking on those hangouts for a while. Yeah, I think the Bergs is going to be around for a while on YouTube. But you know, people like the Bergs. They're the color, and they're not to everybody's taste. But some people. Okay, Lady T, I bet it's going to take a while to get weather. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, honey. So, you know we love you. I hope you're out of the hospital. That's the important thing. So, I don't know if you can see the crust down there at the bottom, how flaky it is. And that's from using a combination of shortening and butter to make a very flaky crust. Delicious. Yeah, so if you haven't seen the Elvis video, you can check that out today. Have that over on the other channel. Okay. Diane says, I give to the American Diabetes Foundation. Good for you. Good for you. Mm. The crust is something.
I really don't know too much about family history with diabetes. My grandmother, father's side had diabetes. And
Oh, that crust is good. Got salted pecans in that crust.
It's delicious.
Wow. Salted pecans and maple, Canadian maple, real maple syrup are really awesome. Yep. We're gonna be seeing Debbie Lynn A couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, Debbie Lee. We got so many people to see along the way. We're going to be starting with Maxine in Colorado Springs. It's going to be really fun to hang out with her.
Yeah.
You know, she is so much fun. Yeah, Burl Spencer says Bergs doesn't play well with, with. I don't know what Bergs wants to say. You know, a lot of times say it wants to be done with it. You know, I don't know. Lady T, I don't know. We can't reward negative behavior. That's delicious.
When somebody that takes one step forward and then takes three backwards, let's just leave it at that. Then,
well, I think the point is we always hear pay it forward, pay it forward. How about pay it back? Not with money, but how about with change? And we're not waiting on change anymore. It's not our responsibility.
right, and
it's not our responsibility, right? I'm not going to try to sit here and say I'm going to take that mantle on of trying to do change. When it happens, we'll see it.
For me, it was I saw something on YouTube, a video, and it was, to me, the thing that just rattled me, startled me. That's why I say I just can't support that anymore. Just need to step away from that for a bit.
Yeah, so I just thought, what's the point? One day you may start to pay it back instead of talking about paying it forward. You may actually pay it back to those of you who really tried to ride and stand with you and hope and talk to you and counsel you and do things for the better. But there comes a point where you don't see any payback at all, and you just have to step aside and say, you know, take my wrench. I'm not going to throw it's not my nature to throw people under the bus and to hurt people. But I don't ever want to be in a position where people think I'm going to chat and wrench them out or block them or do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm on a par like everybody else. No better, no worse. And I just cannot, I've waited for change to happen for years. And I think the only way you have positive change is to stop rewarding negative behavior. So, bottom line, yeah, Diane, we're going to pick a place. We're going to do a foodie review, and you're going to be a guest reviewer. We're going to be doing a lot of food reviews on the road. Tons of them. They're going to be direct uploads on YouTube. Hey, Shauna, nice to see you. They're going to be direct uploads on YouTube. A lot of our content on the road will be direct upload. I'm not going to have time. I will gather video on the way, but I'm not going to have time to do big edited content on the road. We're covering too much ground too fast in too short a period of time. So if we go to a restaurant to have breakfast, we fire up the camera on the cell phone with the YouTube app, and we capture some video of what we're eating, and we give our thoughts on the restaurant. So that's it. And then same thing with nighttime. Same thing. We stop on the road. We have thoughts or we show things. It's just not going to be the usual content. Although I'm not going to be traveling with the big camera. I'm going to be traveling real light with just the GoPro Silver 4 and about 5 batteries and a cell phone, and that's about it. I may or may not buy a new cell phone. I'm still whirling with a hand-me-up from my daughter from Galaxy 5 that I've been using. I have two phones, one for YouTube contacts and another one for real life. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, he has to claim if you're, according to the IRS tax rules, if you are self-employed, and Elvis calls himself a 1099 contractor, then you're responsible. If you have over $400 of income from that, you have to file a tax return. You probably don't have to pay tax, but you do have to withhold for Social Security, FICA withholding. You have to withhold your own Social Security. It's mandatory that you pay into the Social Security system. So, okay, as the Chinese say, the needle can't be sharp at both ends. You can't just take money in and then proclaim yourself an entertainer and then not expect to pay or file a return on that. So, yeah, I'd like to be in Florida. I think next year, not this. Yeah, I want to see if we can just winter in Florida and then just be here in the summers and stuff. Be out west. That way we don't. Although it's been a very comfortable winter here, we've had record low rainfall.
Nice,
yeah, compared to last year, it was raining all the time. It was lousy, but now it's sunny and beautiful. No, it's not really cold. Susie says the fireplace is on. Is it cold today? No, it's just something force of habit. When we're doing a hangout, I just pop it on there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Joey. That's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm not putting Elvis under the bus. We'll see him just, but he'll be on an equal par with everybody else. No higher ranking, no lower. That's for sure. But I want to go back to Key West. Shauna, that would be awesome. Yeah, we're going to have a great time on the chip, Joey. And I'm going to come home with a lot of video, but most of the stuff along the way is going to be direct upload. Our morning chooches will be direct upload. We will do our morning little talk where we are, and then we'll be on the road. And that's it. So
well, we don't have time to waste.
Yeah, we don't have time to waste. Yeah, that's great. We love your food videos too, Teresa. They're awesome. You bet, Susie. Yeah. So we get to Debbie Lynn's, and of course we'll have the GoPros. We'll get deeper content, but expect to see some direct uploads from places like if we go to the Broadmoor Hotel to eat or other places. You're going to see all that stuff across Kansas. If you and Jenna, oh, that's so sweet, Shauna. Thank you, honey. You're awesome. We want to get up to New England. Probably New England will be the following. I will be definitely retired. There's no way in God's green earth I can continue working after December of this year. I will not do that. I will not. And then a lot of my time will be on the road. Missy Jen's not going to be compelled to go along with me. If she wants to go, she'll make a lot of decisions about how much she enjoyed this traveling, the physical toll that it took on her, or the joy that it gave her, and then she'll make her own decisions about what she wants to do. Right. Because one thing that she's always said is, Rosie's worked 45 years or whatever, and I'm not going to have Rosie sitting around the house. So if she goes, fine. If we go together, fine. Missy Jen has a hell of a lot of independence in her, and quite frankly, she loves the rancho here. So
Rose's big dream is to traveling, and if I can't do it physically, then I'm not going to be standing in the way of her dream.
And if she travels, she ain't going to be staying in the back of the van. If I'm traveling solo, yeah, most of my time I'll be a van dweller on the road and stuff. But I have a high degree of responsibility to Missy Jen, and we'll make our judgment accordingly. Do I like to have her along? Oh man, she's a fun traveling companion. When we go along and we have Georgie there, and Jen remembers Salt Lake, over there, the little bit of time we spent there.
Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful stuff. So it'll be our first stop, and we're going to hit Salt Lake, and then we're going to take a day Sunday just to chill out, sleep late, because Saturday will be a long day. And I'm going to show Jen some of the sights of Salt Lake, and we'll have a good time. And then we'll roll on to Glenwood Springs and enjoy floating around the hot springs there. And then on to Maxine's, then on to Kansas City, then on to West Virginia, Ohio border, and then into Baltimore.
10 inches of snow.
Wow, 10 inches of snow. Yeah, I hear you, Lady T.
So are you now home, Teresa?
No, Diane, we're gonna be in a hotel when we come down there. We'll be in hotels around that area. We can find plenty of accommodations. Yeah, thank you, Shauna. We love you, honey. That's it. Snoop said, smoking it up and traveling is the best chilling style. There we go, Snoop. Snoop Dogg in training. Snoop Dogg is like my personal guardian angel on YouTube. And only I know who he is out there. So he's like Rosie's personal guardian angel. Brandy says, my job is in Clearwater. That's cool, Brandy. That's cool. Yeah, I'm saying, Diane, it's all good, honey. It's all good. We'll just share your bed down there. How about that? We'll have a Diane C sandwich. Diane's like, oh, Rosie, you naughty girl. Yeah, there's little Snoop Dogg in training. I am who I am. Thanks. You know, we all have some people have a guardian angel that floats over them. That's what Snoop is to me. It's like my personal guardian angel, which is kind of cool to have on YouTube. Yeah, it sounds fun and silly, doesn't it? We just have to get your dad. We got to de-grumpy your dad, Diane. Hey, Amanda May, nice to see you. I hope you didn't have to see a 10-minute commercial before you came in today. Amanda's like, you know, Rosie, I'm get sick of it. I'm trying to help somebody, and there's a 10-minute commercial that comes on before I can get in. I'm not sure, Snoop, what's going to happen tonight. We'll see. I'm just going to be running my own hangout tonight. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the funny thing is, Amanda May, is none of this stuff even monetizes anymore, and yet YouTube runs commercials on all this stuff.
Yeah, advertisement on everything, and they're not even monetized.
Yeah, everything is a yellow ball that says this is not suitable for all advertisers. Yet YouTube has been continuously running, just continues to run ads on stuff. So what are you going to do? Diane says, my dad has been a grump ever since he retired at 75. That's kind of funny. Enjoy seeing that. Yeah, that's right, Shauna. Yeah, so they won't pay the content maker but collect a check off them. That's exactly right. But what are you going to do? I mean, anybody thinks they're going to make a lot of money on YouTube's got another. It won't take them long to figure out that if you want to scavenge for peanuts and all that, then go for it. For me, I'm not going to sit there and appeal videos that have, you know, if you think that this not suitable for all content, check here for review. Why even waste your time? 1,000 views. Most of our stuff gets 400 or 500 views, and nothing gets reviewed till you have 1,000 views in 7 days. So.
And then it dies off.
It dies off.
Done,
so what's the point?
They collect, and they used to like give you whatever that money that made. Now they don't. Now they take whatever it made. So.
Yeah, Shauna said, I'm not going to get my pink Trisha Paytas G-Wagon from YouTube. No, you're not, honey. But we'll send you down some nice G-strings if you want up there to Massachusetts, honey. And you can do some nice private videos for us. We'll do private hangouts, G-string, girls G-string sharing. How about that? That's funny. Yeah, the Trisha Paytas. Yeah, you don't even make enough to pay the internet cost. I mean, let's be realistic about stuff. These people come on, and lately we had like Whiskey OG. Yeah, that's good, Amanda May. That's good. She could do live streams from the phone. That's good. Great.
Yeah, you need millions of views in order to make
Yeah,
money
I mean, it's
anymore.
like you better have a. I mean, for us, it's just. I mean, I just popped $1,000 into breastcancer.org. This has been the costliest month on YouTube for me ever, with all of the donations and things that I've made. So, okay, take care, Kevin. I'll see you. See you this evening. Thank you. Okay, running a second run. That's cool. Just be careful. Make sure you have a. If you're rerunning your shine, make sure you have a lot of ventilation because you're really putting basically gasoline into you're making a bomb there. You want to make sure you have a lot of ventilation. A lot of ventilation.
That sounds basically very dangerous. Yikes.
You find when making shine that most of the stills that explode are done on a second run to clean things up. That's cool. Teresa said, mine's $68 a month, and I just have antenna TV to hook up myself outside. Yeah, who in the hell watches TV anymore? How many people have come on here and said they canceled their subscription to cable since they found the bottom of YouTube? Right? It's like,
well, I still watch the Western channel.
Okay, Kevin, good. I'm just saying, but a lot of people they joke, hey, who needs TV when you have the bottom of YouTube? This is the most entertaining shit show on planet Earth. So, kind of funny. Anyway, we've been on about an hour or so. I think we're going to shut it down. I'm going to just chill out today because I have a hangout starting in about 5.5 hours. Tooth Decay said them pies look awfully full of sugar. Tooth Decay, you know, I put down my own cap with Gorilla Glue there. So, all right, guys, Missy, Jen, and I are gonna shut it down. We'll see you at 5 p.m., 8 o'clock on the East Coast tonight. We'll have a lot of fun. That's right, Shawnee. Bottom of YouTube stuff, people take it too serious. It's like when Elvis was chimping out about me not changing my phone number last night because he thought that everybody's phone numbers got hacked and stuff. And I'm like, dude, it's YouTube. It's YouTube. Okay. We don't have big time hackers and stuff down here. Okay. All right. See y'all. See it all.
We must protect ourselves with 5 firewalls.
5 firewalls and all this kind of stuff.
And then we have a basement and an attic and a garage, so you cannot penetrate from anywhere.
Yeah, great to see you, Sean, and we love you, girl. Yes, I say chimp out on your own time.
And check out the messages, who's in the garage. And there's
and if y'all haven't. So anyway, guys, thanks for being along. The Canadian Maple Cream Pie is another winner here. This is going to be our last baking hangout until mid-March. All right, guys, we love you. Take care.
Mwah.